Hey you guys, what's up? This is Meek Jewel. You can call me MJ. So this will be the first of one of many vlogs that I'm gonna put out there. Um, I had intended to start my vlog page and sort of touch on sexual abuse in the first place. So I figured why not touch on what's already going on out here in the world. That's a big issue right now. Would it be this case with R. Kelly, and then knowing that Cyntoia Brown has been granted clemency. So I just want to touch on a few things, in the first one. The first thing being is that with R. Kelly. Now, as we know, or if you don't know, R. Kelly was himself molested as a kid. Okay, not only with him being molested, he also was a shy, quiet type. Stay to himself kind of person as well. So with those two factors right there, it just it shows me how things played out in his life, how he ended up where he is with everything that's going on with him. Okay, because with anything in this world, everybody will have an opinion on it, but sometimes there's a back history that can be looked at to give you sort of an insight to understand. Okay, and let's be very clear. Anybody who's a victim of sexual abuse can also become an abuser. Anybody who has been bullied can also become a bully. And the list can go on and on and on, and things where you've been a victim of it and then you also then become that same kind of person. Okay. Um, and what's crazy is that we knew. Listen, guys, we knew he liked young girls when he married Aaliyah. There was no question about it. But as I'm watching all of this stuff unfold and seeing things that's happening, I say to myself, after really digging deep and seeing different um, points being made about R. Kelly, and I'm not making an excuse for him because I too have been a victim of sexual abuse. So I'm not making any excuse for him, but I can see how, his mindset is not even that when he married Aaliyah, that he was still like a kid himself. He was so to himself and in the closet all the time, closed in, that he never really got a chance to probably like really date much, and things like that. So when he became more confident in himself, he wasn't really ready to go after women. His age, he was more like still like a teenager. Um, so that's just to put a little bit of insight to it, and everybody is entitled to their opinion, you know. But when you know certain factors about things, it gives you an understanding. Not saying that the understanding makes it right. I'm just saying that it gives you an understanding. Um, you know, and also, people want to jump on the women, on the other hand, saying, you know, they weren't forced to do these things. They could have left. They didn't have to this. They was, wanting the money and, excited because of the fame that he had and all of these different things. But you know what? What I know from my own experience and just for other people out here that have experienced it as well is that when a sexual predator or any kind of predator, they have a way that they can manipulate you. They know how to say the right things, all the right things to do, um, and they slide in and then they hook you. So, you know, it's a fine line right there. And with Cyntoia Brown, you know, I'm happy for her that she has been granted clemency because she was too in that same type of predicament with a grown man, and she was 16 years old, and he was basically manipulating her, using the fact that she was homeless and all of these different things, and God knows what she had been through prior to getting in the car with that guy that day. She goes home with him. He propositioned her for sex and money. And obviously she had been through some things because she already had her own handgun. Okay? Not knowing how fearful she is of any little thing, she then turned around and shot him. Okay? Now, she was charged with murder and robbery because she took his truck and his wallet. Okay? Does that mean that her intentions was to go there to kill and rob him? No. You know, when you have suffered and gone through things that we may not know what she has gone through, then, you know, she reacted the way she reacted. And then for her to be sentenced for all of those years was crazy. She was a little kid, you know, and they didn't look at it like that, but she was defending herself. They say he was found in a position with his hand behind his head. So basically, he couldn't have been going for a weapon. Why not? Under the pillow is where a lot of people keep a weapon. They don't know how she felt in the inside and what she thought might have been about to happen. So, you know, sometimes, you know, things are looked at in so many different ways from so many different perspectives, and you know, it can just go left or right, and then the whole world has an opinion about everything. Now, thank God in her case that the celebrities and the different people who have rallied to actually, you know, get this clemency granted for her is a wonderful thing, you know. But I say this: also keep her in prayer, because the blessing that she has just received for being granted the clemency, when she come home in August, there's gonna be a whole new world for her. She, all her grown up life, she's been locked up. So now she get ready to come out here in the world, and all of those things that she had inside of her when she went in is still inside of her. Even though she may have dealt with some of the things while she was in prison, but that was behind walls. She hasn't been able to deal with it outside in the world, interacting with people on her own free will. Okay? So, you know, let's continue to keep her lifted up in prayer. And also, let's continue to lift R. Kelly up in prayer. And all of the victims out here that are victims of these different abuses. You know, we see so many different things going on with our women out here. You know, I'm not going to just say black women, with our women out here. You know, women sometimes are just taken advantage of, you know, because of sexuality so many times, you know. And I'm not even going to get into mine right now, not particularly on this blog. I will on other ones. But, you know, it's a grooming process, you know, where people, they prey on that. They see, you know, how they can slide in. They do it. And then guess what? You feel ashamed as a person, as a woman, embarrassed to speak up, to say something, even as a kid, if it happens to you when you're a kid. So, you know, that's just my take on it, you know, for right now. I'm sure I may touch on, you know, either one or both of them again at some point, but I know I'm going to come back, you know, and sort of give you some insight into my particular story. And also some other things, but you know, I was definitely, like I said, going to start with talking about sexual abuse. So I wanted to start with that one, you know. So keep R. Kelly lifted up in prayer, keep Cyntoia Brown lifted up in prayer, and all of the victims out here of sexual abuse, because it's real out here. You know, and every day with this sex trafficking, our young girls and our women are being taken advantage of. So God bless. Send me some messages. Let me know. Comment what you think. Subscribe. All of that. You know, so we can stay in contact and just have a rapport and everything. Keep going back and forth with each other. Yeah. So you can hit me at meetjewel@gmail.com. All right. Holla at your girl, MJ. I'm out.